Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Atika binti Muhammad Jai. My metric number is 272711. So today I will going to share the presentation about our topic, which is application of the integrals in economics. Integral definition. The definition, properties and application of two related concepts, the indefinite integral and definite integral. The process of finding the value is called integration. The meaning of indefinite integral. An integral expressed without limits and so containing an arbitrary constant. And for definite integrals is an integral expressed as the difference between the values of the integral at specified upper and lower limits of the independent variable. The relation between economics with calculus. Using mathematics allow economists to form meaningful, testable propositions about complex subjects that would be hard to express informally. Next, calculus is the mathematical study of change. Economists use calculus in order to study economic change, whether it involves the world or human behavior. Next, in economics, calculus is used to study and record complex information, commonly on graphs and curves. Next, I will going to explain the key concept for this study. So first, consumer and producer surplus. The demand functions or demand curve shows the relationship between the price of a certain product or service and the quantity demanded over a period of time. The supply function or supply curve shows the quantity of the product or service that producer will supply over a period of time at any given price. So the formula for demand function is P equal to dQ. So for the supply function is P equal to SQ. The integration formula for consumer surplus is definite integral demand minus price dQ. And so for the integration formula for producer surplus is definite integral price equal to price minus SQ. The next one is marginal and total revenue, cost and profit. Marginal revenue is the additional revenue gained by producing one more unit of a product or service. Next, it can also be described as the change in total revenue divided by the change in number of units sold Q. If a marginal revenue function MRQ is known, the total revenue can be obtained by integrating the marginal revenue functions. Next, marginal cost MC denotes the additional cost of producing one extra unit of output. The similar relationship exists between the marginal cost MC and the total cost TC. So the formula is TP equal to TR minus TC, total revenue minus total cost. Then marginal profit MP equal to MR minus MC, marginal revenue minus marginal cost.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atira Dayana binti Zulkifli 271254. So, I will continue with the methods that we use in this application. So, the method that we use in studying for the first key concept is normal integration, which is such as integral of a constant and integral of a variables. We use this normal integration to find the consumer surplus by integrating between demand function and price paid. And also, we used to integrate between price received and supply function to find the producer surplus. Then, the method that we use in studying for the second key concept is also normal integration, such as integral of a constant and integral of a variables. But for this one, we used to determine the function of total revenue from the function of marginal revenue and used to obtain the function of total cost from the function of marginal cost. Now, let's take a look for the certain product. The demand function is dQ equals to 1000 minus 20Q. And the supply function is SQ equals to 200 plus Q squares. So, let's compute the consumer and the producer surplus using the formula given. The first one is market equilibrium point. QOPO, which is the demand function equals to supply function, and solve the quadratic function. Second one is consumer surplus, which is maximum buying price minus the price paid, which is like this. So, the last one is producer surplus, whereas the price received have to minus the maximum selling price, which is like this. So, to find the solution, first we need to determine the equilibrium point by equating the demand and supply function, which is dQ equals to SQ. So, next we put the equation given before this into this formula, like this. So, the Q that we get is 20 and negative 40. Since Q needs to be positive number, so we take 20 as our QO. Next, we use the QO to calculate price at the market equilibrium. DQ equals to 1000 minus 20Q. So, we just put the quantity 20 into the formula, then we get the price is 600. So, price at the market equilibrium 20 is 600 ringgit. Next, the consumer surplus can be found by minus the maximum buying price with price paid. So now, we put the demand equation given before this into the formula, like this. So, we get the consumer surplus is 4,000. Now, let's find the producer surplus by minus the price received with the minimum selling price. So, we put the equation of supply function given before this into this formula. So, we get the producer surplus is 5,333. Now, let's move to the examples 2. We assume that the marginal revenue function for the product is MR equals to 48 squares minus 7x. The marginal cost is MC equals to 3x plus 24. And the cost of producing 100 units is 17,800 ringgit. Now, let's find the profit function and the profit or loss from selling 120 units product. So, to find it, we need use this formula. So, to find it, we use this formula. The first one is we need to take the total revenue minus the total cost. Second one is since the question given the function of marginal revenue, thus integration is required to form the function of the total revenue. So, the formula is like this. The last one is we need use the function of marginal cost to form the function of the total cost, like this. So, to find the profit function, first we have to put the equation of marginal revenue given just now into the formula of the total revenue, then we get the equation. Next, we put the equation of marginal cost into the formula of total cost, then we get this equation. When cost of producing is 100, the total cost is 17,800. So, we just put it into the formula to get the C. And the C that we get is 400. Now, to find the profit, we have to minus the total revenue with the total cost. So, the profit function that we get is Px equals to 24x minus 8x squares minus 400. Now, to find the profit or loss from selling 120 units product, we just put the quantities into the function that we get just now. So, the profit or loss that we got is negative 112,7,200. So, the profit is loss of 112,7,200. That's all from me. Thank you.
As the conclusion, based on the study above, we gain knowledge about the application in integral and how economics related to calculus. The technique that we use for key concept is integration to calculate the marginal and total revenue, cost and profit, as well as consumer and producer surplus. We hope that the information shared by us will be applied in the future in real life to use of fractional calculus in the economics. So that's all from me. Thank you.